우리가 평소에 얘기를 할 때 시간에 대한 얘기를 정말 많이 하죠. 시기적인 그런 내용을 많이 얘기를 한단 말이에요. 그렇죠? 오늘, 어제, 내일, 오늘 밤에 이런 표현들뿐만 아니라 뭐 엊그제, 내일, 모레, 며칠 전에, 몇 주 후에, 지금으로부터 몇 년 뒤에 이런 식의 시간에 대한 얘기를 정말 많이 하는데 그 중에서 가장 기본적인 패턴을 몇 가지 오늘 배워볼게요. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, tonight 이런 말들은 여러분 기본적으로 잘 아실 거예요. 그런데 초보자이신 분들이 정말 많이 실수하는 부분이 뭐냐면 이 단어들 앞에 전치사를 또 써주는 실수를 많이 하세요. At yesterday, on today, in tomorrow 이런 식으로 많이 하시는데 이게 왜 틀리냐면요. 우리말에서도 비슷한 패턴을 찾아볼 수가 있어요. 우리가 어제라는 말 뒤에 조사 에를 안 붙이죠. 어제 에라고 안 하죠. 오늘, 내일이라는 말들도 마찬가지예요. 오늘에라고 하지 않고 내일에라고 하지 않아요. 그쵸? 내일에 출발할 거야 라고 안 하죠. 내일 출발할 거야 이렇게 하죠. 영어도 이거랑 똑같다고 볼 수가 있어요. Today라는 말 앞에는 기본적으로는 on, in, at라는 전치사들을 안 붙이는 거예요. 하지만 붙일 수 있는 전치사들이 있어요. 우리말에서도 보면은 에라는 조사만 있는 게 아니죠. 까지, 언제까지, 언제부터, 오늘까지, 오늘부터 이런 조사를 우리가 붙이죠. Until today, from today, by tomorrow 이런 식으로 할 수 있어요. 그런데 우리가 그냥 단순히 가리키는 거 있죠. 그냥 오늘, 내일 이렇게 어떤 기한에 대한 얘기도 아니고 뭐 오늘부터, 내일부터 뭘 한다 이런 얘기도 아니고 그냥 내일을 가리킬 때, 그냥 오늘을 가리킬 때 이럴 때는 여러분이 in, on, at라는 전치사들을 안 붙이셔야 돼요. 이건 굉장히 중요한 거예요. 이게 처음에 습관을 잘못 들여놓으면 굉장히 오래가는 그런 습관이 돼버릴 수가 있으니까 조심해서 잘 하셨으면 좋겠어요. 자, 그러면은요 엊그제라는 말은 어떻게 할까요? 엊그제, 우리가 보통 엊그제라고 하면은 어제 그 전날이죠. 그쵸? 그러니까 어떻게 보면 이틀 전이라고 볼 수도 있고요. 이런 식으로 이틀 전에라고 할 때, 그러니까 얼마만큼 전, 이전에, 전에라고 할 때는 우리가 before를 쓰는 게 아니라 ago를 써야 돼요. 그러니까 시간의 양만큼 전에 이런 얘기를 할 때는 ago를 써야 돼요. 그래서 이틀 전에라고 할 때는 2 days ago라고 하셔야 돼요. 2 days ago. 두 번만 빠르게 따라할게요. 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
저 이틀 전에 도착했어요. 이 얘기 어떻게 할까요?
I arrived 2 days
ago 하면 되겠죠? I arrived 2 days ago. arrived의 D와
arrived
2 days
two days
D
ago.
발음이 겹쳐지면서 이게 하나의 소리가 나면 돼요. 그래서 arrived 2 days ago. D와 T가 그냥 하나의 소리가
arrived 2 days
나면 돼요.
ago.
I arrived 2 days ago. 이렇게요. 두 번 따라할게요. I arrived 2 days ago.
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 자, 이렇게 얼마만큼 전에 할 때는 something ago 이렇게 얘기를 하는데 그러면은 이틀 뒤에, 이틀 후에라는 말을 어떻게 할까요? 이거는 이제 그 어감에 따라서 조금씩 다른 표현들이 있는데 가장 기본적으로는 in 2 days, in이라는 전치사를 써서 in 2 days라고 하면요 이게 기본적으로 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 기본적으로 그런 의미예요. 이틀 뒤에, 이틀 후에 라는 얘기예요. in 2 days 이렇게요.
2 days.
지금 이걸 들으면서요 in 2 days가 이틀 뒤에, 이틀 후에라는 얘기라고 와닿지 않을 수가 있지만 정말 그래요. 그런 의미로 쓰이는 말이에요. in 2 days. 일단 두 번 따라할게요. 이틀 뒤에, 이틀 후에 in 2 days.
In 2 days.
in 2 days.
In 2 days.
이 in이라는 말 때문에 이틀 안에라는 말 아닌가요? 라고 생각이 들 수도 있지만 그냥 그렇지가 않아요. 그냥 이틀 뒤에라는 뜻이에요. 왜냐하면 within이라는 전치사가 또 있어요. within the next 2 days. 이렇게 얘기를 했을 때 앞으로 이틀 안에라는 의미고요. within the next 2 days. 그냥 일반적으로 우리가 그냥 가장 편하게 얘기를 할 때 이틀 뒤에, 이틀 후에라고 할 때는 그냥 in 2 days라고 하시면 돼요. 자, 이거랑 이제 비슷한 표현이 있는데 2 days from now라는 표현이 있어요. 2 days from now. 지금으로부터
2 days from now.
이렇게요. 이것도 굉장히 많이 쓰는 표현인데 이것도요. in 2 days와 그 의미적으로 보면은 굉장히 비슷하지만 어감의 차이가 약간 있을 뿐이에요. in 2days라고 하면은 아까도 얘기했듯이 그냥 단순히 이틀 뒤에, 이틀 후에라는 얘기지만 2 days from now라고 하면은 지금부터 이틀 후가 되는 그 날 약간 조금 더 구체적으로 딱 짚어서 얘기를 하는 느낌이 있어요. 그런데 in 2 days라고 하는 거랑 2 days from now라고 하는 거랑 뭐 대충 비슷한 거구나 이렇게 그냥
In 2
지금은
days,
생각해 두시면 돼요.
2 days from
그러면은 한
now.
달 뒤에라는 말을 어떻게 하죠? 한 달 후에, 한 달 뒤에 in a month 하면 되겠죠?
In a month.
물론 뭐 굳이 그 one이라는 말을 꼭 집어서 해줄 필요가 있을 수도 있겠죠. 좀 더 명확하게 하기 위해서 in 1 month, 그쵸? 근데 그냥 일반적으로는 in a month라고 해도 돼요.
In a
한번
month.
빠르게 따라할게요. in a month.
In a month.
아까도 얘기했지만 in a month도 되고 a month from now라고 할 수도 있다고 했죠. a month from now. 이것도 한 번만 따라할게요. a month from now.
A month from now.
자, 그럼 우리가 이런 예문을 한번 상상해서 만들어 볼 수 있겠네요. 그녀는 2시간 전에 출발을 했으니까 지금으로부터 1시간 후에 도착을 할 거야. 그쵸? 이런 얘기를 할 수 있겠.
She left 또는 she departed 2 hours ago. She's gonna arrive from now. One hour from now.
했죠? 그녀는 2시간 전에 출발했어. 그러니까 지금으로부터 1시간 뒤에 도착을 할 거야. 어떻게 해야 될까요?
She departed 2 hours ago. She are gonna
출발하다가 뭐죠? leave예요. leave. start가 아니에요. start는 시작하다예요. 어디선가 출발한다는
She
얘기할 때는 leave라고 하는 게 가장 일반적으로
arrived.
좋아요. 물론
She's
다르게 할 때도
gonna
있지만
arrive
가장 일반적으로는 그래요. 그래서 그녀는
1 hour
2시간
from now.
전에 출발을 했어. She
Wait,
left
1 hour
2
from now.
hours ago 해야 되겠죠? She left 2 hours ago. 그래서 so 그녀는 도착할 거야. 미래 시제죠? She's going to arrive.
She's gonna
여름 처리해서
arrive.
she's
She's
gonna
gonna
arrive. 어떻게요? 지금으로부터 1시간 후에
One-
an hour from
one
now
hour-
one
one
hour
hour
from
from
now
now.
할 수도 있겠지만 그냥 an hour from now. 그리고 an hour from now 말고도 in an hour
in
라고 할
an
수도
hour.
있겠죠?
In an hour.
in an hour. 여러분 이거 연음 처리하면서 딱 이렇게 얘기하는 연습을 많이 해도
그녀는 2시간 전에 출발했으니까 She left. So she's gonna arrive in an hour.
두셔서 언제든지 얘기할 준비가 돼 있어야 돼요. 1시간 뒤에 in an hour 이렇게요. 1시간 뒤에 in an hour.
In an
in an
hour.
hour
In an
이거만
hour.
두 번만 빠르게 따라해볼게요. in an hour.
In an hour.
1시간 후에 1시간 뒤에 in an hour.
In an hour.
She's gonna arrive.
She's gonna arrive.
그녀는
She's
도착할
gonna
거야.
arrive.
in an hour. 1시간 후에
In an hour.
1시간 뒤에. She's gonna arrive in an hour. 이렇게 여러분이 연음
She's
처리를
gonna
쭉 하면서
arrive.
할 수
She's
있을
gonna
때까지
arrive in an
많은
hour.
연습을 꼭 했으면 좋겠어요. She's gonna arrive in an hour.
She's gonna arrive in an
이거
hour.
두
In an
번만
hour.
듣고 따라해볼게요. She's gonna arrive in an hour.
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 전체적으로 두 번 들어보시고요. 두 번 따라해볼게요. She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in an hour. She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in an hour. 이거 두 번만 듣고 따라해볼게요. She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in an hour.
She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in an hour.
She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in an hour.
She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in an hour.
그리고 이 문장이 많이 익숙해지셨으면요. She's gonna arrive in an hour에서요. She's gonna arrive in about an hour. in과 an 사이에 about를 넣어서 in about an hour. in about an hour. in about an hour. 이렇게도 여러분이 연습을 많이 해두셨으면 좋겠어요. 왜냐하면 언제 출발했는지는 이미 과거의 일이기 때문에 정확히 몇 시에 출발했다라고 우리가 얘기를 할 수 있겠지만 도착 시간은 어디까지나 예상 시간이잖아요. 그래서 about를 섞어서 쓰는 게 사실 더 자연스러워요. She left 2 hours ago, so she's gonna arrive in about an hour. She's gonna arrive in about an hour. 이런 식으로요. 근데 이거는 여러분이 나중에 혼자서 연습을 해보시고요. 일단은 she's gonna arrive in an hour. 이게 먼저 돼야 돼요. She's gonna arrive in an hour. She's gonna arrive in about an hour. 이것도 연습을 나중에 하시고요. 이번 영상에서 가장 핵심이 되는 연습 문장은 바로 이거예요. 그리고 지금 이 문장에서 이 hour 있잖아요. 이거를 얼마든지 여러분이 뭐 day, week, month, year 이렇게 바꿔가면서 연습도 많이 해두셔야 돼요. 왜냐하면 여러분이 제가 늘 얘기하는 거지만 머릿속으로 이해하고 알고 있는 거랑 실제로 그거를 말로 많이 해보는 거랑은 굉장히 다르다고 했죠. 여러분도 잘 아시죠? I ordered the product a few days ago 하면 무슨 의미죠? I ordered the product a few days ago. 상품을 며칠 전에 보통 a few days ago라고 하면은 일반적으로는 이틀 정도로 생각하는 게 가장 일반적이에요. I ordered the product a few days ago, so it's gonna arrive in about a week. 이렇게 얘기할 수도 있겠네요. 그렇죠? 내가 물건을 상품을 이틀 전에 며칠 전에 주문을 했으니까 일주일쯤 뒤에 도착을 할 거야 이런 얘기죠. I ordered the product a few days ago, so it's gonna arrive in a week. It's gonna arrive in about a week. 이런 식으로 얘기할 수도 있고요. 네, 이 예문은요. 일단 앞부분 한 번, 뒷부분 한 번, 그 다음에 이어서 한번 따라해 볼게요. I ordered the product a few days ago.
I ordered the product a few days ago.
So it's gonna arrive in about a week.
So it's gonna arrive in about a week.
붙여서 한번 해볼게요. I ordered the product a few days ago, so it's gonna arrive in about a week.
I ordered the product a few days ago, so it's gonna arrive in about a week.
네, 여름 처리하는 게 어렵겠지만 연습을 많이 해서 할 수 있을 때까지. 왜냐면 반복을 많이 할수록 여러분이 기억에 오래 남고 그게 몸으로 체화시킬 수 있으니까 연습을 많이 하셔야 돼요. 자, 그럼 오늘 강의를 마치기 전에 몇 가지 표현만 더 알려드릴게요. 우리가 엊그제라는 말도 많이 쓰죠. 엊그제요. 아까도 얘기했지만 이게 2 days ago라고 할 수도 있고 a few days ago라고 할 수도 있지만 우리가 굳이 엊그제라는 말을 쓸 때가 있어요. 영어에서도 이게 있어요. The day before yesterday.
The day before yesterday.
yesterday가 우리말로 치자면 엊그제라는 말이에요. 어제 이전에 그날 이렇게 해석을 할 수가 있는데 이게 의역이 되면서 엊그제가 되는 거예요. 영어에서는 이렇게 그걸 좀 설명하는 식으로 얘기를 해요. The day before yesterday. 일반적으로 많이 쓰는 말이에요. The day before yesterday. 물론 이것도 상황에 따라서는 그냥 the other day 이렇게 표현을 하기도 하는데요. 이 표현도 기본적으로는 알고 있어야 돼요. The day before yesterday.
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 내일을 우리가 tomorrow라고 하죠. 내일 모레라는 말도 써요. 그냥 모레라고 하나요? 아니면 내일 모레라고 하나요? 어쨌든 내일 모레. 그러니까 내일 이후의 그날. 네, 이것도 원리는 똑같아요. The day after tomorrow 이렇게 얘기를 해서
The day after tomorrow.
모레를 이런 식으로 얘기를 해요. The day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. 두 번
The day
따라할게요.
after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
네, 여러분도 아시다시피 우리말도 그렇다시피 이 시간에 대한 표현은 정말 너무나도 많아요. 그 표현을 조합해서 할 수 있는 그런 경우의 수가 너무 많기 때문에 일단 오늘은 가장 기본적인 패턴 몇 가지만 여러분이 배웠다고 생각을 하시고요. 이거는요, 뭐 2개, 3개 파트로 끝낼 수 있는 그런 게 아니에요. 특히 초급자들에게는 이런 시간에 대한 표현이 은근히 중요하기 때문에 이건 좀 오랫동안 저희가 지속할 그런 시리즈가 될 것 같아요. 우리가 시간에 대한 전반적인 그런 표현력을 우리가 향상시키기 위해서 오늘이 part 1이라고 생각하시면 되고요. 오랫동안 우리가 지속해서 많은 시간에 대한 표현들을 배웠으면 좋겠어요. 무슨 얘기인지 아시겠죠? 네, 이번 영상은 여기까지고요. 저는 다음 영상에서 또 다른 내용으로 다시 찾아뵐게요. 네, 저희가 지난 영상에서는 ago라는 표현을 이용해서 얼만큼 전에라는 얼만큼의 시간의 양만큼 전에 이런 얘기를 하는 걸 배웠었죠. 2 weeks ago 하면은 네, 저희가 지난 영상에서는 시간의 대로 in 얼만큼 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 얼만큼 뒤에라는 얘기를 할 수 있다는 거예요. in 2 weeks 하면 2주 뒤에, in a couple of months 하면은 몇 달 뒤에. 달 뒤에 이런 얘기요. 그리고 in 말고도 from now라는 표현도 있었죠. 2 months from now 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 지금으로부터 2달 뒤에 이런 식으로 조금 더 구체적인 그 시점을 얘기할 때 쓰기에 더 적합한 표현이라고 했었어요. 자, 오늘은요 이런 식으로 시간에 대해서 우리가 영어로 얘기를 할 때 조금 더 폭넓은
화면에 오류가 생겨서 다시 껐다가 켜고 있어요.
더 적합한 표현이라고 했었어요. 자, 오늘은요 이런 식으로 시간에 대해서 우리가 영어로 얘기를 할 때 조금 더 얼만큼의 시간의 양만큼 전에 이런 얘기하는 걸 배웠었죠. 2 weeks ago 하면 2주 전에, a couple of days ago 하면 며칠 전에 이런 식으로요. 그리고 그 반대로 in 얼만큼 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 얼만큼 뒤에라는 얘기를 할 수 있다는 거예요. in 2 weeks 하면 2주 뒤에, in a couple of months 하면은 몇 달 뒤에
In a couple
이런
of
얘기요.
months.
그리고 in 말고도 from now라는 표현도 있었죠. 2 months from
2
now
months
이렇게
from
얘기를 하면
now.
지금으로부터 2달 뒤에 이런 식으로 조금 더 구체적인 그 시점을 얘기할 때 쓰기에 더 적합한 표현이라고 했었어요. 자, 오늘은요 이런 식으로 시간에 대해서 우리가 영어로 얘기를 할 때 조금 더 폭넓은 그 감각을 익히기 위한 연습을 뭐 여러 가지 연습이 있는데 그 중에 하나를 일단 기본적인 하나를 보여드리고 오늘 같이 한번 연습을 해볼게요. When did you move here? When did you move here? 하면
When
무슨
did
얘기죠?
you
When
move
did you move
here?
here? 너
언제
여기
이사
언제
왔어?
왔어? 이런 얘기죠. When did you move here?
When did you move
따라할게요.
here?
When did you move here?
When did you move here? I moved here 6 months ago.
그리고 답변은 이런 식으로 해볼게요. I moved here in July this year, so it's been about 5 months. I moved here in July this year,
July
so
this
it's
year.
been about 5 months. 이게
I
지금 무슨
moved
얘기예요?
here
I moved here in
in
July this year, so it's been about 5 months.
February this
나
year,
여기 이사 왔어.
so it's
In
been
July,
about
in
6
July라고 하면은
or
7월
3 months, 6 or 7 months.
이렇게 외우시는 거예요. July처럼 어떤 월 앞에 in이라는 전치사를 넣으면은 그냥 그 달을 그냥 이렇게 바로 지칭을 하는 거예요. 7월에 이렇게요. I moved here in July this year. This year라고 하면은 올해에.
I moved here in July this year.
at, in, on 이런 전치사.
I moved here in February this year, so it's been about 6 months.
So it's been about 5 months. So it's been about 5
8
months.
months.
네, 오늘 굉장히 중요하게 여러분이 배우셔야 할 표현인데요. It's been 이라고 하면은요, 이게 완료 시제가 지금 섞여 있는 거예요. 현재 완료 시제가 섞여 있는 거예요. It has been인데요. 이거를 실제로 얘기를 할 때는 it's been 그냥 이렇게 발음하는 게 가장 좋고요. 네, 개인적으로는요, 이거를 그냥 이렇게 외워라라고 말씀드리고 싶지만 그래도 궁금하신 분들을 위해서 약간은 설명해 드릴게요. 지금 이 부분 있죠? It has been, it's been 이거요. 이게 완료 시제가
It
안
has
쓰인
been.
모습이 어떠냐면 it is예요. It is. 그래서 만약에 여기서 완료 시제를 안 쓰고 it is about 5 months라고 하잖아요. 그러면 의미가 그 해석이 어떻게 되냐면 5개월 정도예요. 5개월 정도야. 그냥 이다가 돼버려요. It's been about 5 months라고 해야
It's
우리말로
been about 5 months.
다시 말하지만 여기서 현재 완료 시제를 안 쓰면은 5개월쯤이에요가 되는 거고 완료 시제를 써줘야 5개월쯤 됐어요라고 하는 거예요. 무슨 얘기인지 아시겠죠? It's been about 5 months. 전체적으로 볼게요. I moved here in July this year, so it's been about 5 months. 그래서 이렇게 여러분이 한번 설명을 듣고 한번
I moved here in February this year, so it's been about 8 months.
It's been about 5 months. I moved here in July this year,
8 months.
so it's been about 5 months. 저희가 오늘 배울 패턴이에요. 이거를 일단 2번 연습해보고 다른 예문도 2개 더 보여드릴게요. 일단 이거를 2번 듣고 따라해볼게요. I moved here in July this year, so it's been about 5 months.
I moved here in February this year, so it's been about 8
I moved here in
months.
July this year, so it's been about 5 months.
I moved here in July this year, so it's been about 5 months.
다음 예문이요. When did you start working? When did you start working? 이렇게 얘기.
When did you start working? When did you start working? I started working in September this year, so it's been about 3 months.
얘기하면 이게 무슨 뜻이죠? When did you start working? When did you start? 언제
When did you
시작했니?
start working?
일하는 것을 의역하면 언제 일하기 시작했니? 또는 일을 언제 시작했니? 이렇게 볼 수도 있겠죠. When did you start working? 이것도 한번 따라해볼게요. When did you start working?
When did you start working?
답변은 이런 식으로 해볼게요. I started working last year in November, so it's been a little over a year. I started working last year in November, so it's been a little over a year. 네, 정보의 순서가 약간 바뀌었을 뿐이지 구성하고 있는 내용은 앞 예문이랑 똑같죠. Last year, 작년에 in November, 11월에 So it's been a little over a year. 여긴 똑같아요. So it's been 그래서 얼만큼 됐다. So it's been a little over a year.
When did you move
1년
here?
조금 넘게
When did you
됐습니다.
start working?
1년 조금 넘었습니다. 이런 얘기예요. 여기서도 완료 시제를 써줘야 돼요. It is라고 할 수는 없어요. 여기서는 It has been.
It has been a little over a
It's
year.
been a little over a year.
It's been a little over a year.
전체적으로 볼게요. I started working last year in November, so it's been a little over a year. 만약에 이
I started working last year in November.
어감의 차이가 약간 있지만 너무 신경
It's
쓰지
been
않아도
just,
되죠. 그러니까 이렇게
it's been
이거는
just over a year.
I started working last year in November, so it's been just over a year. It's been just over a year.
It's been just over a year.
I started working last year in November, so it's been just over a year.
I started working last year in November, so it's been just over a year. I started working
last year in November, so it's been just over a year.
I started working this year in September, so it's been
다음 예문이요.
about
When did you get
3
back?
months.
When did you get back? 이렇게 하면
When
무슨
did you
의미예요?
get back?
When did you get back?
언제
언제
들어왔어?
돌아왔어? 또는 언제 돌아갔어? 이런 의미예요.
When did you get
Come back이라고 하면
back?
돌아가다, come back이라고 하면 돌아오다인데 이 가다와 오다의 방향성을 무시할 수 있도록 해주는 게 get back.
When did you get back?
돌아가다, 돌아오다라는 두 가지 의미로 다 쓸 수가 있어요. Get back 무슨 얘기인지 아시겠죠? 그래서 when did you get back? 언제 돌아왔어? 한번 따라할게요. When did you get back?
When did you get back?
답변을 이런 식으로 해볼게요. Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back early this year in January. 이렇게요. Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back early this year in January. 네, 아까도
Oh, it's been
마찬가지지만
almost a year. I got back only this year in January.
순서가 조금 바뀌었을 뿐이지 구성하고 있는 내용은 다 똑같아요. 얼마만큼의 시간이 됐다, 올해 몇 월에 이런 식으로 지금 얘기를 하고 있죠. Oh, it's been almost a year. It's been 이건 똑같죠? It's been 얼마큼 됐다, almost a year 하면은 거의 1년이란 얘기예요. It's been almost a year. 거의 1년 됐어.
It's been almost a year. I got back only this year in
그래서
January.
여기서 이제 구체적으로 마무리를 지어주고 있죠. I got back early this year. 그냥 this year라고 하면은 첫 번째 예문에서 했던 것처럼 올해라는 얘기지만 early this year 하면은 올해 초에라는 얘기예요. 올해 초에 이런 얘기예요. I got back early this year. 나 올해 초에 돌아왔어. In January. 이렇게 얘기를 해줌으로써 정확히 몇 월이었는지를 얘기를 해주고 있죠. I got back early this year in January. 전체적으로 볼게요. Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back early this year in January. 이 답변 두 번만 따라해볼게요. Oh, it's been almost a year.
Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back only this year in January. When did you get back?
Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back early this year in January.
Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back only this year in January.
자, 그럼 오늘 나왔던 예문들을 질문과 답변을 한 번씩 듣고 다시 한번 따라해볼게요. When did you move here?
When did you move here?
I moved here in July this year, so it's been about 5 months. When did you start working?
When did you start working? I started working last year in November, so it's been just over a year. I started working in September, so it's been
When did you get
just
back?
3 months.
Oh, it's been almost a year. I got
When did you
back
come
early
back?
this year in January.
Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back only this year in January.
네, 이번 영상은 여기까지고요. 여러분은 연습 많이 하시고요. 저는 다음 영상에서 또 다른 내용으로 다시 찾아뵐게요.
When did you move here? I moved here in September this year. So it's been no. Again. When did you move here? I moved here in February this year. So it's been about 9 months. When did you start working in Songdo? I started working in September. When did you get back? Oh, it's been almost a year. I got back only this year in January.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends. On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work, and on weekdays, I like to go early in the afternoon around 1 o'clock because it's less crowded then. 다시 한번 들어보세요. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends. On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work, and on weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon around 1 o'clock because it's less crowded then. I go to the gym이라고 하면은 헬스장에 운동을 하러 가는 걸 얘기를 하는 거죠. I go to the gym at least라고 하면은 최소한이라는 의미고요. At least 3 times a week라고 하면은 일주일에 적어도
At least
3
3 times a week.
얘기가 되죠. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week. 두 번만 따라해 볼게요. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Twice during weekdays.
기간 내에 2번이라는
Weekdays.
이거를 우리가 뭐랑 좀 구분해서 생각할 수 있어야 되냐면 twice on weekdays랑 우리가 구분을 해야 돼요. twice on weekdays라고 하잖아요. 그럼 on weekdays라고 하면은 월요일부터 금요일까지 매일 2번씩 이렇게 들릴 수가 있기 때문에 이거를 twice during weekdays 구분을 해야 돼요. during weekdays라고 했다는 것 자체가 weekdays라는 월요일부터 금요일까지를 하나의 기간으로 잡고 그 기간에 걸쳐서 twice를 얘기를 하는 거예요. 무슨 얘기인지 아시겠죠? I go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Twice during
I go to the
weekdays
gym
and
at least
once
3
on
times a
weekends.
week.
On weekends라고 이렇게 weekend를 복수형으로 얘기를 했잖아요. 이게 앞에서 얘기한 weekdays를 복수형으로 얘기를 하는 거랑 좀 그 개념이 조금 달라요. weekdays를 복수로 얘기를 하는 거는 일주일에 weekday가 5개가 있기 때문이에요. 월, 화, 수, 목, 금 이렇게 5개가 있기 때문에 weekdays라고 하는 건데 외국인들은요 이 weekend를 하나로 생각을 해요. 그러니까 토요일과 일요일이라는 이틀에 걸친 그런 기간이지만 이걸 하나로 묶어서 생각하는 경우가 있는데 그게 어디서 좀 드러나냐면요. This weekend라고 하면 이번 주말에라는 그런 얘기예요. 이번 주말에. 토요일이야 일요일이야? 어쨌든 이번 주말에 이걸 약간 이렇게 묶어서 생각하는 경향이 있어요. 그래서 그게 토요일과 일요일을 묶어서 복수로 생각하는 게 아니라 반복적인 그러니까 매주 주말마다 이런 의미로 이런 개념으로 쓰는 게 on weekends예요. 어떤 하나의 주말, 이번 주말이 아니라 어떤 하나의 주말이 아니라 반복적인 주말마다 의미라고 생각하셔야 돼요. 그래서 지금 하는 얘기가 twice during weekdays 주중에는 2번 and once on weekends 주말에는 한 번. 근데 그게 하나의 주말만을 얘기를 하는 게 아니라 이게 어떤 매주 반복되는 그런 루틴이다, 그런 패턴이다라는 거를 지금 드러내는 거예요. 무슨 얘기인지 아시겠죠? Twice during weekdays,
Twice during weekdays
이 문장을
and once on
Twice
weekends.
during weekdays and once on weekends.
Twice during weekdays and once on
Twice
weekends.
during weekdays and once on weekends.
Twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
지금 이게 무슨 의미인지를 반드시 머릿속으로 생각하시면서 듣고 따라하셔야 돼요. 평일에 2번, 주말에 한 번 이런 패턴으로 뭔가를 한다는 그런 얘기예요. 다시 한 번만 따라할게요. Twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
Twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
바로 앞문장과 이어서 2번 정도 다시 들어보고요. 2번 따라할게요. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week. Twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work. I usually go in the morning, 아침에라는 얘기죠. In the morning before I go to work. 언제 무엇을 한다는 얘기를 이렇게 이중으로 바로 겹쳐서 바로 이어서 이렇게 얘기를 해도 아주 자연스러워요. 아침에 출근하기 전에 지금 이런 얘기죠. On weekdays, 평일에는 지금 여기서요. 물론 여기서도요. 우리가 during weekdays라고 또 얘기를 할 수도 있긴 한데 앞에서 지금 그것에 대한 부분은 우리가 제대로 얘기를 해놨기 때문에 여기서는 굳이 또 during weekdays라고 안 하고 평일에는 그냥 on weekdays라고만 얘기를 해도 돼요. On weekdays I usually go in the morning before I go to work. 이거 2번만 듣고 2번만 따라할게요. 듣고 따라할 때는 반드시 그 의미가 뭔지를 머릿속으로 반드시 생각을 하시면서 듣고 따라하셔야 돼요. On weekdays I usually go in the morning before I go to work. On weekdays I usually go in the morning before I go to work. 2번 따라할게요. On weekdays I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekdays I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekends I like to go early in the afternoon. I like to do something이라고 하면은 이건 무슨 의미인지 대충 아시죠? 어떻게 하는 거를 좋아합니다라고 얘기를 하는 거죠. Early in the afternoon. Early in the afternoon. 그냥 in the afternoon이라고 하면은 오후에이지만 early라는 말을 앞에 붙여서 early in the afternoon 이렇게 얘기를 하면은 이른 오후에 오후 일찍 이런 얘기죠. On weekends 주말에는 I like to go early in the afternoon 하면서 바로 이어서 시간을 또 얘기를 하고 있죠. Around 1 o'clock.
Around 1 o'clock.
해도 되지만 꼭 at를 여기서 넣을 필요 없이 그냥 around 1 o'clock. On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock. 왜 그렇대요? Because it's less crowded then. Crowded이라고
Because
얘기하면
it's less crowded then.
얘기를 하는 거예요. 붐비는 걸 얘기를 하는 건데 우리가 평소에 얘기할 때 붐빈다라는 말은 그렇게 자주 쓰는 것 같지는 않아요. 그냥 편하게 얘기를 할 때는요. 그래서 여러분이 이 crowded라는 말을 조금 더 친숙하게 생각을 하셨으면 좋겠어요. 그냥 사람이 많은 거를 어떤 장소에 사람이 많은 거를 우리가 얘기할 때 crowded라는 표현을 많이
It's
쓰는
less
거예요.
crowded
It's
than.
less crowded than. 여기서 than이라고 하는 거는 그때, 그 시간을 가리키는 거예요. than은 이 자체만으로 부사 역할을 하기 때문에 then 앞에는 in, on, at라는 기본적인 전치사를 따로 쓰진 않고요. 물론 저희가 이전에도 얘기했듯이 until then, by then, 그때까지 이런 식의 조금 더 구체적인 전치사를
Around
얼마든지
1
붙일 수
o'clock.
있지만 기본적인 in, on, at 전치사들은
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon. In the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded than.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock,
Around 1 o'clock,
because
because it's less crowded than.
전체적으로 한 번만 다시 들어보고요. 두 번 따라해볼게요. On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then. 두 번 따라해볼게요. On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded than.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded than.
자, 그러면은 처음부터 끝까지 영어로 제가 두 번 정도 쭉 읽어볼 테니까요. 전체적으로 잘 들어보시고요. 그런 다음에 한 문장씩, 한 줄씩 듣고 따라해보는 시간을 가져볼게요. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends. On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work. On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week, twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning if I go to work.
And
on weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then.
한 줄씩 따라해볼게요. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week,
Twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon around 1 o'clock because it's less crowded then.
다시 한 번씩 해볼게요. I go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
I go to the gym at least 3 times a week,
Twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
twice during weekdays and once on weekends.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekdays, I usually go in the morning before I go to work.
On weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less crowded then.
And on weekends, I like to go early in the afternoon, around 1 o'clock, because it's less
이번
crowded
영상은
then.
여기까지고요. 저는 다음 영상에서
Hello and welcome everybody.
Everybody, I'm Stephen and I'm a popular investor on eToro.
I'm Steven and I'm a popular investor on eToro.
Thanks very much for listening to this video today, and as usual, don't forget to
Thanks very much for listening to this video today, and as usual, don't forget to
please like this video, subscribe to my channel. That will be
please like this video, subscribe to my channel. That will be
really appreciated. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what happened in the market.
really appreciated. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about what
Really appreciated. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what happened in the markets
what happened in the markets
last week, and I will also be explaining
and I will also be explaining a little bit
about
how our portfolio performed last week. So I will get things kicked off. So last week our portfolio performed actually quite well, and that was the backdrops of the other market going down last week. So the Nasdaq was down about 5.6%, down about 5.6%, and the S&P 500 was down about 3.3%. If you look at our portfolio was up about 1.5. Portfolio was up about 1.52% for the week, and it was mainly because we have European stocks with non-portfolio that is quite well specific. European stocks with non-portfolio that did quite well, specifically China bounced back very well last week, mainly because there is a lot of talk at the moment that China could start to be more lenient on the COVID-19. The moment that China could start to be more lenient on the moment that China could start to be more lenient on the COVID-19 policy in the future.
It was also quite a strong performance last week
It was also quite a strong performance last week from crypto policy in the future. It was also policy in the future. It was also quite a strong performance last week from crypto. As many altcoins
bounced quite considerably last week.
As many altcoins bounced quite considerably.
It's a bit different today as I
A bit different today as I record this.
Different today as I record this video on a Tuesday morning.
A bit different.
As many altcoins bounced
quite considerably last week. It's a bit different today as I record this video on a Tuesday morning. There has been a massive dump in the back. Some bank freed to FTX and CZ world.
A massive dump on the back. A
Massive dump on the back of the
Sam
Sam Bankman freed FTX and CZ world, which I'll be explaining a little bit about. Which I'll be explaining a little bit about at the end of the video. However, it was quite a strong performance last week from crypto, although it was quite a strong performance last week from crypto. It was quite a strong performance last week. Crypto has changed. It was quite a strong performance last week from change it today. I also did lots of short-term position trades. Trades in plus 40 index, Kion group, the US dollar, SEK, which is Swedish krona, SEK, which is Swedish krona, Karu, as well as many trees. Gas trades, it was quite volatile. Volatile. Gas trades is quite volatile last week, so there was gas trades. It was quite volatile last week, so there was quite a lot of good. It was quite a volatile last week, so there was quite a lot of in natural gas and Guangzhou automobile. Since
a mixture of both long and short positions take trades there in natural gas.
Trades in natural gas, the Guangzhou automobiles, and since ABC.
So there was a mixture of both long and short positions
to take
volatility and book in some profits.
Volatility and book in some profits. If you look on a 2020 benchmarks level, our portfolio is down about 35.218. The Nasdaq is down 0.33%. Over the last kind of couple of weeks, whoa. So we've achieved over the last kind of couple of weeks. So we achieved a lot of over the last kind of couple of weeks. Achieved a lot of closer to the a lot closer to the Nasdaq in terms of the benchmark, as well as the S&P, which is down about minus 20.9% overall for the year. And if we look at Bitcoin, is down about 55.25%. Our portfolio has quite a lot of crypto in it. So if you kind of compare the Nasdaq, the S&P, Bitcoin, which our portfolio has all of those different types of stocks or assets, and then I think our portfolio is actually, I think it's very large upside. Any of those are in this. So as we move on to the main news from last week, it was continuing top week US stocks in particular. And there's been many earning reports over the last kind of couple of weeks, and reports
last
of
kind
the
of
last
couple
kind
of
of
weeks, and a
couple
lot of
weeks.
them have come in quite weak reports over the last kind of couple of weeks. And
Reports of the last kind of couple of weeks.
a lot of them
have
quite
become
weak
quite weak
in
in
terms
terms
of
of technology
stocks.
stocks.
But last week was really kind
But last week
of
was really
dominated
kind
by
of dominated
US
by the US Fed
FOMC
FMC meeting.
and in that
And the
meeting,
meeting, it was actually announced that interest rates were going to rise by 0.75,
which was announced that interest rates were going to rise by 0.75%,
0.75%, which was
consensus
consensus
estimate.
estimate.
And however,
However,
within that meeting,
the Powell
also said that they
intended to continue
intend to continue
to
the
pace of increase, and
that
that this is
it's
not just about the pace of the increases, it's about how long, not just about the pace the increase, it's about how long that they actually in order to battle inflation. So they're in order to battle inflation. So it was kind of quite a hawkish tone. Hawkish. In order to battle inflation, it was kind of quite hawkish tone, which is why we saw negative movement in stocks last week. We also seen many hiring freezes and job cuts. So last week it was announced it was gonna be a hiring freeze in Amazon after quite poor earnings report a couple of weeks ago, as well as Twitter. Twitter, who obviously have had Elon Musk and complete acquisition, and within the acquisition, Twitter were losing a lot of money, and they have a lot of higher overheads, and they cut those. So this is a sign, and they have a lot of high overheads, and they have cut those. So this is a sign that although the job market is quite buoyant, many of the talk. Although the job market is quite buoyant, many of the tech companies starting to either slow down or starting to reduce their workforce. We also saw some job numbers. We saw so either slow down or start to reduce their workforce. We also saw in terms of job numbers, we saw 26, 1. Some job numbers, we saw 261,000 new jobs added to new non-farm payrolls, and this was above the consensus estimates. However, the unemployment rate did rise slightly from 3.7% from 3.5% in September. flying from 3.7 from 3.5% in September. So we are seeing signs that some of those interest rates and monetary and fiscal police place them by the FED, placed by the Fed, is starting to have an effect on unemployment rate. We also saw inflation in Eurozone.
We also saw inflation in the Eurozone has continued to accelerate, and
we also saw inflation in the Eurozone and has continued to accelerate, and it's hit 10.7% in October, and that is from the 9.9% in the preview. Inflation hasn't yet peaked in the Eurozone. As I said, it's very likely that the Eurozone will peak a lot later because of the nature of depends on oil and natural gas from Russia. The Bank of England also increased the interest rates present by unprecedented unprecedented level of 0.75%, which brings it to, and this is the highest level. This is the highest level in the UK since. And this is the highest level in the UK since 2008.
The Bank of England The Bank of England
2008.
Bank
of England, head of the Bank of England said that he expects inflation may stay above 10% for the next 6 months and above 5% in 2023. So basically, in 2023. So basically, what he's saying there is in 2023. So basically, what he's saying there is he expects his inflation to hang around there for a lot longer, despite them increasing those interest rates. Obviously, despite increasing the interest rates. Obviously, there's a lag when it has an effect on the economy. After you make those interest rates hikes, and they are expected to stay around for longer in the UK. We did see, however, a good bounce back in the Chinese stock last week, and that is mainly because there was kind of a lot of the rumors in newspaper publications which were saying that China planned to relax its zero tolerance policy. Publications which were saying that China planned to relax its zero tolerance policy.
This has severely affected foreign policy
on the coronavirus. This has markets in China are over 2021-22, and it's been very difficult for Chinese companies to operate because as soon as they have Chinese companies to operate because as soon as they have playoffs of cases, there is a new set restrictions. Cases, there is a new set of restrictions in place, so this is a very good news. There is a new set of restrictions in place, so this is very good news, especially for stocks that
particularly
are particularly sensitive to COVID-19,
in which we have
in which we have a few of those in our portfolio, like when
and they
and
rallied
they
on the back of those
rallied on the bank.
We also
We also
see
seen US
US audit
audio
officials
officials
did the first on-site
for the
inspection
on-site inspection round of Chinese
ahead of
company
schedule.
ahead of a schedule.
As some of you
Remember, at the beginning
lots of
the
arguments
year, there
between the
was
US.
some of you remember at the beginning of the year there was between the US and
and
China
audits.
about audits. China
Weren't very keen
weren't very keen at all
call
on
on
Chinese companies being audited by US
audit officials,
audit official,
and this is due to
and this is due to them
wanting to safeguard the
wanting to
public.
safeguard the public
national
information. However, about 6 months ago or so, China agreed to let US audit officials audit the Chinese companies so
so they could stay listed on the
they could stay listed on the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. And now those first round of inspections have actually taken place, so that's kind of very positive news. Puts away
Chinese
so
companies could
some of those fears,
puts away some of those fears that
puts away some of those fears that these Chinese companies could be listed.
As
we now look at top three performing stocks for last weekend. Top performing stock, unsurprisingly, it's Haidawao and Chinese restaurant chain. This is Hot Pass, and they have been severely affected in 2022. As people have been able to go. COVID-19 has severely slowed their growth. However, on the back of the news, could be opening up China and being less COVID-19 that has risen by 34% the second best performing stock is another Chinese company which is covered, and that is Win Macau, and that was up about 24.92% on the back of the news as well. And casinos have been really badly affected in Macau, and there's been a lot of regulations around COVID-19, and Chinese mainland travelers visit Macau, and some kind of segregation and policies in place, as well as for last week JD.com, another Chinese company, and that was about 19.0 for last week. So if we go into our death by chart, we will see the chart to the left is the 30 years fixed.
and that is from this chart is from 2002
From this chart is from 2002 to 2022, and you can see that up to about 7.08% mortgage rates, and that is the highest level that it has been since kind of 2002. So we are seeing, I think that this again is going to have an effect on prices overall, as less and less higher mortgage rates, and I think that what inflation is a lot of with accommodation and shelter at the moment.
I
I
think
think
that if
that
those
if
house
those house
prices
prices
start
start
to
to
come
come
down,
down, which they have over the
then
last couple of months, then it's gonna reduce inflation. So
reduce inflation. So that could be a good
it
sign.
could be
although
a
it is
good
a bit of
sign,
pain
although
in the short
it is a bit of it is a bit of pain in the
term.
short term.
If we also
If you
look, I
also
thought
look,
this was
I
a really
thought this was a really
interesting
interesting
chart
chart to the right,
because this shows
because
really
this shows really
correlation
correlation
US
between
monetary
US
supply, as I said, in
monetary
2020,
monetary
monetary supply,
monetary
as I
supply,
said, in
as I said,
2020,
in
2021,
2022,
was an
2021.
unprecedented
It
amount
was an unprecedented amount of new
new money
monetary
coming into the
money
system,
coming into the system, and
and we saw
we saw a rise
rise
in
assets
assets
as
as well
as that
as
US
that
money
US money
to
to supply
supply increased.
increased. Then
And
I
quite
thought it was quite
interesting
interesting
to
to
see
see
that
that the
the
US
US
monetary supply
and
and
the
the
US
US
home
home prices
prices
are
are
actually
actually
hit
hit
the same
the
level.
same
So,
level. So
so
they've
they've
actually
actually both increased by
an
an
average
average
of
of
42%
42%
over
over the last 3 years.
So
So we could so that say
how
that
much of that was actually driven
how much of that was actually driven by
by
depreciation of house values? How much of that was because of the amount of the supply which has caused inflation on US house prices are really rising? Reason the reason in terms of inflation with an actually
Another chart I just wanted to
another chart I just wanted to show you.